The 1.1 preview livestream for Endfield has finally been revealed. We got more chartered pulls, more basic pulls, quality of life updates like viewing the minimap while on ziplines, and of course, information about the new operator. But wait! TangTang is a cryocaster? The very cryocaster that Yvonne and Lara players have been waiting for? Before any official data is released, I'm going to analyze the preview footage frame by frame faster than anyone else and figure out whether TangTang is truly worth it for Cryo Teams. If you enjoy deep analysis like this, consider subscribing and leaving a like. It really helps the channel. Let's begin. Officially, the information revealed in the preview shows the following. TangTang's battle skill creates a water spout. Water spout inflicts cryo infliction, consumes all existing whirlpools, and generates one additional water spout per whirlpool consumed. If 2 or more water spouts are generated, it applies art susceptibility and returns SP. The combo skill is triggered by either cryo infliction or an arts burst. TangTang can generate 1 whirlpools through her combo skill. Her ultimate pauses enemy actions, including bosses. Additionally, if the main operator performs a dive attack during the ultimate, it ends early and creates a water spout. Officially, these are the skills described and shown in the preview footage. However, there was no detailed information about the duration of art susceptibility, the exact SP refund values, the full passive effects beyond movement speed changes, or the details of her exclusive weapon. But everything leaves traces in the footage, and the footage tells us more than the stream did. So let's break it down. Let's start with TangTang's art susceptibility duration. TangTang applies art susceptibility when 2 or more water spouts are generated. By examining the footage frame by frame, we can see that during a 2.5-second window, the debuff gauge decreases by roughly 20 to 25%. Based on that decay rate, the total duration of art susceptibility appears to be approximately 12 to 18 seconds. Now looking at the combo skill cooldown, the visible cooldown indicator suggests it is around 15-20 seconds. Since triggering art susceptibility requires at least 1 whirlpool, and a whirlpool can be generated through the combo skill itself, this implies that the uptime of art susceptibility should be relatively high in practice. In other words, her kit is structurally designed to maintain a strong debuff window with consistent rotation. Next, let's talk about SP refund. When TangTang generates 2 water spouts, the footage suggests an SP return of roughly 15 to 20. When 3 water spouts are generated, the return appears to increase to around 30 to 40. In some clips, the SP return even seems to occur in 2 separate steps, which implies that there may be additional return mechanics tied to her potential upgrades. Cryo Team always need SP, so she is not just a debuff applier, but also a rotation accelerator for Cryo Teams. Now let's move on to TangTang's unrevealed talents. The first talent is relatively straightforward. When a whirlpool is present, enemies near it are slowed, while allies gain increased movement speed. This part was officially shown and is easy to confirm from the footage. The second talent, however, was not fully explained. Based on the footage, it appears to be a self-damage amplification effect tied to whirlpools. In several clips, TangTang can be seen holding 2 stacks of a buff with no visible duration indicator. Interestingly, this buff is not always present. Sometimes she starts with 2 stacks, and other times she has none. By comparing the stack behavior to Yvonne's police set 5-stack mechanic, we can substitute values and observe a pattern. When TangTang uses her combo skill, the buff appears to increase by 1 stack. When she summons Water Spout, the buff disappears. This strongly suggests that the hidden second talent is a whirlpool-based self-buff that accumulates and is then consumed by Water Spout. Looking at the icon shape and visual style of the buff, it resembles either an attack increase or a damage increase category rather than arts damage. While this is not officially confirmed, The stack behavior and consumption pattern align naturally with a self-amplifying damage talent. Finally, let's talk about the estimated effects of TangTang's exclusive weapon. Based on the footage, the weapon appears to be triggered when the wielder performs Cryo Infliction. In the preview, whenever TangTang applies Cryo Infliction, a distinct buff icon appears on her status bar. Let's verify this again in the Marble Raid. First, let's take a look at the team's gear. Zaihe is equipped with Chivalric and the Xiang set. You can confirm the Xiang buff during her ultimate and final strike. Fluorite is using Wedge, and she does not provide any additional team buffs through her gear. Lastrite is using her own weapon, and she also does not provide any extra team buffs from her gear. Other buffs remain the same, but the moment TangTang summons the water spouts and applies Cryo Infliction, an additional cryo-related buff appears only on TangTang. This strongly suggests that her exclusive weapon is triggered by applying Cryo Infliction and grants a self-cryo-related buff. If this is not the case, then the weapon would not belong to the buff or debuff category, and weapons of that type are usually 4 to 5-star tier. Let's summarize why TangTang fits so well into Cryo Teams. First, pause the action. Cryo Teams rely heavily on precise skill timing and burst windows. Being able to pause enemy actions, even bosses, is inherently valuable in this structure. It creates a stable damage window and reduces execution risk. Second, Cryo Infliction. Cryo Teams have historically lacked a proper cryo caster. That gap was so significant that even suboptimal picks were used just to maintain cryo application. TangTang directly solves this structural weakness. Third, SP Return. Cryo Teams consistently struggle with SP management. The need for rotation acceleration is one of the main reasons characters like Alesh were used even he is man. TangTang provides SP return within the cryo archetype itself, which is extremely important for long rotations. Finally, Art Susceptibility. This has the potential to replace Pelika's electrification in certain setups. Unlike additive damage taken increases, Art Susceptibility is multiplicative, which significantly increases its value in optimized burst compositions. Putting everything together, TangTang is not just another support option. She is structurally designed for Cryo Teams. She provides pause the action to stabilize burst windows, consistent Cryo Infliction to fix application issues, meaningful SP, return to accelerate rotations, and multiplicative Art Susceptibility to amplify damage output. On top of that, her hidden talent and exclusive weapon synergy suggest real scaling potential with investment. Based on the currently available footage, the highest ceiling cryo composition appears to be Yvonne or Lara, Zaihe, Gilberta, and TangTang. But theory is only theory. When TangTang is released, I will prove it with actual records. Thanks for watching.